So now we're back here, Antonio, in the pie baking area, and I want you to tell me what this big vat of dough's for.
Well, that is the beginning of 18 pies.
18?
Actually, you have 18 pies right there, and we're going to put it in this machine called a dough divider. So if you'd like to slide that in, it goes right under there.
Handle doesn't matter which way?
Handle comes to the front.
Okay,
yeah,
handle to the front.
All right, grab that handle and pull it towards you.
Okay.
And it's going to flatten that dough out, even it all out. And I'll pull the handle, and that's going to release the cutting blades. And the blades are going to go down and cut that dough into 18 exact pieces. All the way now.
I didn't know I needed to go to the gym before I came.
There you go. Okay. Perfect. They might be shaped differently, but the amount of the weight is exactly the same. So that's the first step in making the crust for the pie. You need to get one of those pie pans and put it down here.
Right.
Put the dough right in the middle, best you can. Put the pan down in there. Okay.
And then what?
You have to use both your hands.
Okay.
It's going to go up.
Okay.
And it's going to form the pie into the perfect pie crust. Split off.
Perfecto. This is Patty, and you showed me how to do it, so you watch and make sure I do it the right way. So we take it on the end, all the way back. So now we just turn it, right? Oh my goodness. And voila. So here we are slicing the apples and getting them ready to go in the pies. Whoa.
We don't want to break all the apples, so we're using in the sizes and just pull out.
Okay.
To fold it with the butter. Okay.
So we just fold it. Oh, I'm terrible at this. Most people tell me don't quit your day job.
You just added sugar, cinnamon, all natural ingredients.
We did the crust.
Right.
We did the apples. We mixed them up. We put them in the steamer. What are the next steps?
Depending on what kind of apple pie it is, whether it gets a lattice top on it or it gets an apple strudel top, there's a couple of different ways to do it. And then the final step is to bake it and pull it out of the oven when it's done.
So once they're done, we pull them out, we put them over here, and we get them set up and ready to be cooled for your consumption. Pies, we're selling pies. What kind of pie would you like? So we've got one right here, already sliced and ready to go. She asked for this to go. So we're going to set the pie in the box, close it up, band it on, and do the finishing touches. All right, thank you very much. Come back to Porch Swing. We have more pies and a lot of great fresh foods. Thank you very much. Now we're here for another small business taping today with Wayne and Evelyn Williams of Williams Paint and Body. And tell us a little bit about your history. So when did y'all get started?
We started in '72.
What made you decide to go into the paint and body business?
My daddy was a paint and body man.
Oh, really?
Did the physical body paint and body work for many years till I went in the Navy.
So was the body shop here before you didn't, or did you just buy the land and build it?
Jack Farley built the body shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I would come up here on the weekends and straighten frames for him that his body men couldn't straighten. And he called me when I was over at Horn Williams Ford.
Yeah.
And asked me, he said, would you be interested in buying a body shop?
2019, how many years is that?
47.
47 years. Notice when you're walking around, you've got a Citizen of the Year plaque over here from 1999, and we know how involved both of you have been in the community, but what do you think the impact has been from your community involvement with your business here?
I enjoy doing things that I think help make a difference for the community, and then if it enhances our business or people learn about our business, that's just a plus.
So what you really want to do is just give back to your community.
That's right.
That's right. That's what we have done. You ready to go work on the car?
Let's go do it. We're back here in the paint booth, and you're going to show me a little bit about how you would paint, what, this bumper?
So we're going to shoot some black sealer on it.
Okay. I'm going to give it a shot here. Spray it so we go back and forth. Just try to make sure it's even, right? And what's the paint booth for?
It dries it quicker. That way we can get the cars in and out as fast as possible and get the next one in there. We got all the tints for every vehicle that ever comes into the shop.
And you have to mix this, right?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I already got one in there. I was mixing that in.
Oh, wow. So tell me about the sunlight.
All these spray outs, same colors, different shades.
You have to look at the tints based on what the sunlight's done to the
car.
car.
Vehicle.
So this is our new front end machine. It's a laser alignment machine. We hook it to each wheel, gives you the width and distance of the car, camber caster, but it also measures the underneath of the vehicle. It actually will give me a 3D picture on here.
Really?
The machine will tell us it's still off 1/4 of an inch, it needs a strut, or it needs an upper control arm.
And it gives you this printout that kind of tells a little bit about every diagnostic piece that it did, correct?
Correct. And if it's off 2/10, it needs another part, then it won't be in the green, it'll be in the red.
And this is what it shows you on the screen?
Say it has rear suspension damage, it'll measure the rear to the front to the exact. So if there's something bent on the rear, it'll tell me that too. Even on the frame.
You're not just throwing parts on
Right.
here, you're actually got back.
Have the data to prove that's what I need.
It's been great to be here with such a wonderful family business, the Williams and Williams Paint and Body. It just shows you again what great people we have here in Mesquite, and another great example of what small business does for our community. It's great to see small business that's been in Mesquite a long time, and I just wanted to come by and see a little bit about what you do in the back. But before we get started, how come you opened up Mesquite, and give us a little history?
While I was a shrine clown, they wanted me to make jackets. Back those days, you wore a satin jacket. And I started sourcing out leads for that, and I started making hats, and I believe there's money to be made here. We opened up in our house in 1986.
Wow. You know, you said something about being a clown with the Shriners. So how did that come about that you wound up naming the company the Clown Company?
When I decided to start this business, my wife said, "Oh, you should name it, something Mesquite T-shirts." Or I'm like, "No, I've got a DBA, Clown Company. I think it'll work." I mean, it's a stupid name, but with a C, it'll be high in the yellow pages. Back then, you had to be in the yellow pages. Right. I took my home number, which was 972-288-6954, and upgrade it to a business listing when I was still getting the business started. But I wanted to be in the yellow pages that next year.
Let's head in the back, see what some of the stuff that you do.
All right, let's go.
Haley, can you tell us a little bit about what the machine is we're standing in front of?
So this is a 6-head ZSK machine. We have it set up for flats because we're going to be doing flat t-shirts today. It has 12 needles on it, 12 different color threads.
And what are we working on here today?
We're working on griffs.
That's another Mesquite business, right?
Yes, it is.
All right, you do a lot of griffs work?
We do a lot of griffs work.
That's great, okay.
This shows us where it's going to be stitching on to the shirt, and we frame our logo to make sure that it won't be hitting any sides of our frame, and we just trace it.
I can't believe they trust me with this, but I'm going to start the machine by pressing the green button. And we have a G. So the first thing we do is push it down, runs right over in front of me. Okay. I'm never going to do 130 an hour, I can tell, 30 minutes, that's for sure.
But let me show you. Use your fingers, open it. Wait till it all the way opens, and then it goes right over.
This is going to be interesting, guys. So we take it, we get our fingers, we go up, we go down, we line it up, and we almost made it to the end. It's not as easy as it looks. Chris is an expert over here.
We have the 3 colors in a row here that we print each color separately. It's called wet on wet. First color's being printed, second color, and third color. It's all being printed at the same time.
Once the shirt's pressed, we have to come over here and take it off and lay it on the, what is that called?
The dryer.
The dryer, so that's a hard word, dryer. So I'm gonna attempt to do this without messing this up or getting it all over my shirt. So we pull, we can feel it moving, pull it off, show this, and it goes right flat on the dryer. We've had a great time today here at Clown Company with Mike and Peggy and all the employees, and we just want to say thank you for helping us and being a part of our community, and especially about being part of Small Business Week. We're here with Marcus Brandon. We're celebrating his business, Barber's Inc., right here in downtown Mesquite. When did you get started down in Mesquite?
October of 2007.
Tell me how you decided to get into, you call it barbering, or what do you call it, haircut?
Yeah, the barbering trade. The barbering trade, yeah. Wanted to own my own business and found out that cutting hair would be the best avenue to do that.
You went to barber college. Tell me about that experience. Where did you go again?
I went to Texas Barber College here in Mesquite off of Oates.
I know you got 4 stations.
There's Rob in the first chair. There's Kobe in the second chair. Working on the third chair. Okay. And then just working on continue to expand.
I noticed a poster. It had some guys look like maybe they were in the shop. Have you helped some guys start out in the careers?
I have been blessed to be able to be a mentor to young men, just helping them start a career in being a barber and taking on entrepreneurship here.
What are we going to do here today?
My good friend and customer, Raul, we'll do a haircut on him today.
Okay. You didn't know you were going to have this treat today, did you?
No, sir.
Well, we're going to get you started, and I've had a little bit of training, so let's get going. You ready, Raul?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure? Now that we've got the real barber behind the chair, take it away.
What kind of haircut you getting today, buddy?
Let me just get the usual.
Yes, sir.
Tell us what you're doing there.
Raul gets a classic ball fade. If you ever seen the military high and tight, this is similar.
So why the different size clippers?
This one here is just to get the fade blended in, and these here will do a lot of edging and a lot of, trim work, kind of similar to your edger you would use for your grass.
For your grass?
Basically.
So the big one's the mower and the small one's the edger?
Like you're thinking.
How often do you come get your hair cut, Raul?
I come once a week.
Really?
Yes, sir. It's just a really good environment to come to. Friendly. Everybody here treats you like family. Just an overall good environment.
Yeah, these are like shavers, so.
Oh, you actually shave it, huh?
We use this to really get the haircut really smooth,
Huh.
so you can get a nice transition.
You do the beards and the shaving and stuff too?
Yes, we line up the beard. Sometimes we'll clean it up and give him that overall professional look.
People wouldn't have thought, but there's a lot of artistry to what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Hairstyles change, though.
Hairstyles do change. They absolutely do change. You just got to be able to change with the times.
Practice makes perfect.
And practice makes perfect, All right, we'll take a look at it. It's okay? What is it?
Well, we've had another successful stop today at Barber's Inc., and I just want to thank Marcus for allowing us into your shop, and want to thank Raul for, letting Marcus cut his hair. Hey guys, how are y'all?
Painting with a Twist. How are you?
I'm good. Stan Pickett, nice to meet you.
This is Peyton. She's going to be the artist for today. And I'm Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
And we have your apron ready. You brought your snacks, I see.
Well, I understand that it's BYOB. So
It is, and you bring your goodies.
Why painting with the twist?
In 2012, we had a son that was killed tragically in a motorcycle accident. A friend said, let's go paint. I'm like, I don't paint, but I'll go paint. And I found that it was very relaxing and therapeutic. So Brian and I went back several times, and we just kind of got it in our spirit that, this might be something God's leading us to do. And we prayed and prayed. And within a year, we decided to go ahead and take a step of faith, and we opened in 2013.
Well, listen, small business, if you've been here 6 years and you're still open, there's some success to that, and I think that's great.
I'm going to show you how to set up a class like I would do it. And you can actually grab these two, and we'll set them up, crisscross them like that. That way they have enough room.
Got to have room on the right.
Room on the right. That way, if they're a group of 4, they can talk amongst each other. Grab a cup and set it right beside that napkin. And all you have left are brushes. And this is Big Papa. So you just set Big Papa.
Big Papa.
Big Papa on our napkins.
You only get one brush?
We usually have 2.
Okay, we have 2. Good.
But sometimes we don't give our little bitties out until the very end because they'll want to do the whole painting with little bitty. So every class you'll have a paint sheet, and this is something the artist goes by. I usually start with what's going to be the basis of everything. So our background is going to be white.
And there's a talent to it.
There is. You just got to...
What if they get on it like that?
That's okay.
That's okay?
Yes, that's okay. We're going to be mixing anyway.
I noticed on that it said a drawing. Do you have it pre-drawn?
So for animals, shoes, and people, we normally
Wait a minute. Animals,
shoes, and people.
And people.
Okay. We do have a lot of high heel paintings. Animals, shoes,
Not even
and
gonna
people.
ask. Okay.
We want you to have fun here, and if you're stressing out about drawing a person, it's not going to be that fun.
We're going to paint the Resistol Arena today.
Let's go paint. Tell me what it is that I'm going to do to finish this up.
Okay, so we are going to put our clouds in our sky. That way it gives more of a bright look. You'll want to dip your brush into a little bit of blue.
Okay.
And a little bit of white.
Okay.
At the same time, we double dip
mix
here.
it up.
This is kind of going to be the shape of your cloud first.
So if I want a little rounded cloud here, I can just...
If you want to bring out tails on your cloud, you can.
I always like clouds with tails. Okay.
That way you can see things.
Yeah, there you go. So you'll see the professional ones and the one I did. I like that.
They look good.
I just want to tell you how much fun I've had today, how relaxed I am from having a chance to come in here and paint, and just another very successful small business week, and we hope you the best of success in the future.
Appreciate that. Thanks so much.